The history of Chinese Jewish people is a relatively obscure and fascinating chapter in the broader history of both Judaism and China. There are two main groups of Chinese Jews, the Kaifeng Jews and the Baghdadi Jews. 1. Kaifeng Jews. The Kaifeng Jews are believed to be one of the oldest Jewish communities in China. They trace their history back over 1,000 years to the Tang dynasty, 618–907 CE, or possibly even earlier. According to legend and historical records, Jewish traders and merchants settled in Kaifeng, a city along the Silk Road in Henan province, during the early medieval period. They are said to have established a synagogue and practiced Judaism. Over time, the Kaifeng Jewish community became increasingly isolated from the broader Jewish world due to geographical and cultural factors. They intermarried with local Chinese, adopted Chinese customs, and eventually lost much of their Jewish identity. By the 19th century, the Kaifeng Jewish community had largely assimilated into Chinese society, and their synagogue had fallen into disrepair. In the 20th century, there was renewed interest in the Kaifeng Jews, and efforts were made to rediscover their Jewish heritage and rebuild their synagogue. Today, there are a small number of individuals in Kaifeng who identify as descendants of this ancient community, and they are working to reconnect with Jewish traditions and heritage. 2. Baghdadi Jews in China. Another group of Jews in China consisted of the Baghdadi Jews, who were primarily Sephardic Jews from the Middle East, particularly Iraq. They came to China in the 19th century, mainly for trade and business opportunities. Shanghai was a significant center for Baghdadi Jewish settlement. They played a vital role in the economic development of the city during the late Qing dynasty and the early Republic of China. The Baghdadi Jews maintained their distinct Jewish identity, religious practices, and community institutions in China. They built synagogues, established schools, and were active in various aspects of society. During World War II, Shanghai became a refuge for Jewish refugees fleeing the Holocaust in Europe, and the Baghdadi Jewish community, along with the local Chinese, provided assistance and support to these refugees. It's important to note that both of these Jewish communities in China have faced challenges and fluctuations in their numbers over the centuries. The Kaifeng Jewish community, in particular, faced assimilation and isolation, while the Baghdadi Jews in Shanghai played a more active role in preserving their Jewish identity. Today, there is a growing interest in the history of Chinese Jews, and efforts are being made to document and preserve their heritage, as well as to foster connections with the broader Jewish diaspora.